The wise family. In the city of Kashi there was a poor family consisting of a pundit, his wife, their son and daughter. All the four were pundit. They were well known for their wisdom. So the people used to call them wise family. Having heard that King Suryasen was inclined to help pundits, the wise family undertook a journey to the city of Mathura. Before any outsiders entered the city they had to obtain permission from the court. So the wise family make their camp under a mango tree just outside the city walls and sent word to the king. After some time a messenger came to see them. He carried an earthen pot filled to the brim with milk and offered it to the pundit as a gift from the king. Through this gift the king meant to convey to the newcomers that the city was already full of wise people and there was no room for any more. The pundit understood this. He added some sugar to the milk and told the messenger, "Take it back to the king." The pundit wanted to convey to the king that the newcomers would mix with the wise people of the city as sugar mixed with milk. The king understood the pundit and was very glad. The king desired to test the wise family some more. He disguised himself like an ordinary citizen and reached the mango tree. He saw only the ladies there. He went to the river expecting the males to be there at their evening prayers. However, he saw only the pundit's son at the river. The king looked at him questioningly, taking some water in his hands, drank it. In doing so the king was asking the young pundit's son, "Are you not the same caste as the great Agastya, who drank all the oceans at one gulp?" The young pundit understood this silent question and asked in return another by throwing a stone into the water. His question was, "Are you not a Kshatriya like Sri Rama who bridged the ocean by throwing stones in it?" King Suryasen was very much pleased at this and went home. He was still anxious to learn more about the wise family. The next day he dressed himself as a merchant. He approached the wise family resting under the mango tree and said to the elder pundit, "Sir, I tarried too long in the forest. Now the city gates are closed. Let me spend the night here. I shall go away in the morning." The pundit agreed, saying, "You are welcome. You can spend night resting here." All of them could not go to sleep for fear of thieves and wild animals. So the family decided to keep awake by turns while the rest slept. The first one to keep watch was the elder pundit. During his watch the king, dressed as merchant, asked the pundit, "In this unhappy world, which things are considered pleasant?" The elder pundit replied, "Life in Kashi, serving the good, and taking the name of God." After some time the pundit woke up his wife and went to sleep. During her watch the king disguised as a merchant asked her, "In this unhappy world which things are considered pleasant?" The pundit's wife replied, "To serve your family and the holy feet of God." Now it was the daughter's turn to keep watch. The king asked her, "In this unhappy world woman is the only pleasure?" The young girl shrewdly guessed that the merchant was none other than King Suryasen and she replied, "She who gave birth to one like you, O King Suryasen." The king at once got up and went home. Early next morning the family had an invitation from the king. He honored each one of them in his very best manner and gave them all permanent employment in his court.